Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is set to introduce many different revelations, twists and turns, as well as surprises in this film that will lead to saga-wide implications in this story by Disney and Lucasfilm that is all set and ready to end the Skywalker saga as a whole. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's truly exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film is, of course, going to have many different connections to, of course, the prequels and the originals, as well as using Star Wars Legends as a way of really creating a very original and authentic Star Wars film at the same exact time, to really set itself apart from both The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. Now, on top of all of this, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film. And when it all comes down to one of the set leaks, this is where things begin to get very exciting for this movie. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that it's actually described that one of the scenes that were filmed during the month of January of this year involved both Ian McDiarmid and Adam Driver on set inside of Palpatine's brand new throne room that was built over at Cardington that is said to be a massive set where Palpatine's throne is said to stand around 10 feet high. Now, it's explained that one of the scenes involved Ian McDiarmid placing his hand on Kylo Ren's head as Kylo Ren was kneeling down to Palpatine, where Sidious is said to show Kylo Ren a specific vision of the past, where the vision is said to entail Palpatine killing his master, Darth Plagueis. Now, it's explained that an unnamed actor was dressed in brown robes with golden Sith code printed on the design of the outfit, where he was said to be laying down in bed getting electrocuted by Darth Sidious and his Force lightning technique. It's explained to bring in closure to Darth Plagueis' story and how Palpatine was actually said to kill him, and how Palpatine told this story to Anakin Skywalker in Episode 3 that will now be actually visually told to Vader's grandson Kylo Ren, though the scene is said to be very brief and is described to be very powerful for the audience during the third act of the film, just before Rey and Kylo Ren battle Sidious to the death in his side of his throne room. Also, it's explained that Palpatine, during the scene, tells him the tale of having the ability to cheat death and Plagueis' ability to create life in the film that will be explained in greater depth. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, what's really exciting about this is that we do know that The Rise of Skywalker is going to be a movie that's going to answer many of the questions from the prequels, the originals, and of course the questions that were created in The Force Awakens. Now, JJ, Chris, and George, they want to do something very much amazing with this movie. Like I say, that's going to make it feel like an authentic Star Wars movie, that it sets itself apart from both, of course, Episodes 7 and 8, and what they're trying to do with that particular film. So, what's so surprising about this is that they're really trying to wrap up everything together here. They're really trying to combine all 9 movies into one big, massive Star Wars film. And by having a flashback in the form of a vision that is indeed initiated by Palpatine himself, where Kylo Ren is said to actually see the very vision of Darth Plagueis being killed by Palpatine by use of Force lightning while he's actually in his sleep, to me, I think is going to be a big highlight by JJ and how he's actually going to visually tell the story of the death of Darth Plagueis, and is really going to give us a different perception of what Palpatine was really talking about in Revenge of the Sith to Anakin Skywalker. You know, of course, during the iconic scene of how he explains how he found the ability to cheat death and to create life except to keep himself alive. So, on top of all of this, what I like about this as well is that this is said to be both Palpatine and Kylo Ren having a moment in which they are bonding, having a moment in which he's trying to literally bring Kylo Ren down to toward the dark side to a different level by using the power of the Beyond. Now, in case you guys are completely unaware about what in the world the Beyond really is, the Beyond is essentially a nexus point, a Force nexus, over in the unknown regions. It's said to be the very origins of the dark side of the Force that is able to allow Palpatine to become far more powerful than ever before, but also using Rey and Kylo Ren in the third act for something very much valuable for himself that's going to benefit his own power. So it's very well possible that he's going to be using, Rey and Kylo Ren and their power as the positive and the negative of the Force, and in order to really bring himself to a new plateau of power in The Rise of Skywalker. Now, on top of all of this, the unnamed actor portraying Darth Plagueis, we're not quite sure who he is, but it's actually described that he is in brown robes with golden with actual golden writing, like actually etched onto the brown robes itself. It's actually said to be ancient Sith code that's actually in golden colors, where as it goes down the back of the robes, it's actually said that that's the very moment in which Darth Plagueis is electrocuted to death by, of course, Palpatine's Force lightning. So like I say, this is a nice callback to Star Wars Legends and bringing things to life here in The Rise of Skywalker by JJ, and could very well allude to telling more about Palpatine's past in The Rise of Skywalker by Abrams and George. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.